214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any Department of Defense or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
DD214 Gaming. What's going on, everybody? Season 3 in the house, baby. Let's go.
Dude, John, excellent job on the fucking new intro, dude. Like, good God, man. That was good.
That thing makes you want to dance, bro, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. It kind of puts me in a dancing mood.
Yeah, right? Man. So we're going to start off the new year we're about to get real crazy right now. But I'm about to show you something right now called the introduction. So all of last year, I was trying to introduce you to a bunch of new music that was coming out. And, you know, a lot of this stuff is a lot of stuff that you haven't even scratched the surface with. So today, I am showing you 20 Kilometers by We Butter the Bread with Butter. When the song is on, it's going to be catching our audio, so we can't talk. But if there's something that you have to say during it, because it's a pretty reactionary video. But before we do, in celebration for Season 3, I'm going to take a shot with my fucking homie right now.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, you got rum chata, dude? I got a truly, it's kind of it's a seltzer, but you know what? It's this one is Cran Orange Sparkler. These are actually really good, believe it or not. They're only 100 calories. So I've been kind of celebrating the season with these. So yeah, here we go, dude. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers to you. Season 3.
Happy New Year and happy
New Year,
brother. Oh yeah.
I can't let you guys get in on this without me on here. So
come on, and it is fun because
Deshaun, I want you to freaking take a shot or a hit of whatever freaking you got, dude. Like that's all. It's Happy New Year to you too, Deshaun. We see you, homie.
Yeah, man. And hey, Deshaun, it's good to have you since he's a co-star of the intro.
Right. I saw him in the intro.
Yeah, man, and it's actually funny.
Seriously, dude, like real talk, like you did a really good job on that intro video, man. Like, it's really good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And you know, it's actually one of my favorites. And there's actually a funny Easter egg in there. As much cigarettes as I smoke throughout the show, you do not see me smoking in that intro.
That's very good for selling us to the corporations.
Yeah,
we're not going to put the smoking on display, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Because we all know what happened back in the 40s and the 60s. Anyway, let's bring this up to you guys. This song is called the song is called 20 Kilometers by We Butter the Bread with Butter. Let's go.
We butter the bread with butter. Okay. So I have a couple of questions.
Okay, let's hear it.
First question, where did you find that? Like, where'd you hear it?
So I listened.
Like, originally?
So I watched this guy named Metal Burb,
Okay.
which I know he doesn't watch the show or listen to the show, but I would really, really love to have him on because I found he's one of my favorite YouTubers because his favorite band is Thrice. So
Okay.
with that being said, he chooses a lot of different songs. He's got a vast array of music that he enjoys. So he reviews it and he reacts to it. And
Okay.
so I found this one through him, and it was probably one of the funnest songs that I've ever heard.
Cool. It gave me kind of flashbacks to Ilvis. Do you remember the guys that did the what does the fox say? You know, like
Yeah,
so. Believe it or not, that band actually has several songs that are really good. You know, probably every bit as funny and good. You know, comedy wise, every bit as funny and every bit as good as what does the fox say. You know, you just have to kind of dig into their YouTube video pile or whatever. But I mean, the that kind of reminded me of Elvis a little bit. It was just kind of like it was a metal song that they were. I didn't understand the language they were speaking, but I'm assuming it had to do with scooters and ball pits, and I have no idea. But I mean, it was the dichotomy, the visual dichotomy with the auditory sound blasting going in my ears. You know what I mean? With the metal,
yeah,
you know, it was interesting.
yeah.
It was interesting. I mean, I will give it a solid interesting
A
as
solid, interesting. I
as
like
a
that.
vote. That was solidly interesting. You know, for a few minutes of my life. You know what I mean? There was a nice little dichotomy of like very brutal, aggressive music with a lot of colorful and childlike images in front of my face,
Yeah,
which was, you know, so I mean, I give it. It was interesting. It was interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so it was 2021 was a very interesting year for music. A lot of good music came out, and I really, really wanted to, after being influenced by seeing Metal Burb, I wanted to do like a DD214 style of like top 10 songs of the year. That would have definitely made the top 10 list. But man, we buttered the bread with brother. Thank you for kicking off the new year with DD214, even though you're not really here, but you're here with us. But such a good song.
Thank you
While
so
we're
much.
while we're kicking in the new year,
Hell yeah.
let's hey man, what do you got? What do you got? What's your resolution, man? What you got?
Oh, so it's almost been a tradition of mine for the last several years running that I don't really do resolutions, right? And I thought this year kind of broke the mold. So this was the year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually make a fucking resolution. And my resolution is quite simple. Um, having recently separated from the army and kind of finished doing my time or whatever, I understand that the people when people serve, oftentimes when they serve in the military, their time in service and their military service, it serves as a very high watermark in their lives, you know, in a lot of people's lives, like and understandably so. I understand service to one's country is a very high watermark, you know, and it will remain a high watermark in a lot of people's lives. I don't want my service to the army to be the high watermark of my entire life, though, if that makes sense. So my resolution this year was to be the best version of myself in the coming year, so that my 11 years in the United States Army isn't the epitome of who I am as a person. It's not where I basically like made my mark on the world. Like I want to make my mark on the world in the world, not as a part of a military force, basically, if that makes sense. I
Absolutely.
absolutely 110% proud of everything I did and my time in service and all that. And I had a good, I was lucky and I had a good career. Um, I know there's people that have unfortunately have bad experiences when they're in the military. I was fortunate to have a good one, I guess, or at least to the extent that I enjoyed it. Cody, you need to chill, seriously. But I don't. I don't want the Army to be the high watermark of my life. I want the high watermark of my life to be raising my children and watching them become amazing adults and individuals like they already are becoming, and continue eschewing positivity and inspiring and motivating humanity in the world, not just in the ranks. I want to be the best version of myself, and that's my goal this year, is to be the best version of myself outside the fucking uniform, in goddamn humanity. You know what I mean? Not walled off by a separating, I guess title, or job. So yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I like that and I respect that. And that's mine is a little similar. I'm not gonna lie to you. 2021 was to kind of start off when I got out of the military. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a little lazy. Yeah, I had a couple. I had a job in between and stuff like that, but I got a little lazy. But 2021, a lot of work was done.
Okay.
While a lot of people were still losing their jobs, I was getting mine. I was still in mine, and I was still holding on to it, and I was still working hard. But the theme of 2021 was work, time, and family, and learning how to mix that together properly so I'm not overwhelming myself. So this year, my New Year's my New Year's
Me and Nikki just had a long talk about that last night.
yeah,
So do not feel bad, like, in the
yeah,
least, brother. Like,
absolutely.
we just had a long, like, heartfelt conversation last night about exactly that. So you are not alone, homie.
Yeah, man. So my resolution this year is to work harder, be more attentive to my immediate family and my family outside of that. Learn to control time, because time seemed to have been a interesting theme for all of 2021 in pop culture, in personal lives. Time just seemed to be, even
Sure.
with us, because
Sure.
because even in the beginning of the year we had some things that happened, and time was sometimes on our side and sometimes it wasn't.
Very
And
much so. Very
this
much
year,
so.
I'm going to learn to make time my bitch and learn how to separate my time from work and home and be able to be a better person for my family and for myself.
I
And
agree.
that's what it's about, to learn how to separate everything enough so that I'm not overwhelmed and destroy my mental health.
Sure.
That's the goal, to control the time and to be more attentive. And I'm excited for 2022. And I'm at that time now where I keep on writing 21 on everything still.
Hey, we're gonna be doing that for at least a couple of weeks. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's normal. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
But I'm excited. I'm excited for this new year. I'm excited to see what happens with my family. We have some exciting plans coming up, and to see what happens with the show and with you guys, and to see what the future of what you guys are going to be doing, in your personal lives, because you have a lot going on. We, you probably you 2022 is going to be an interesting year for you, especially, and I hope that all of us get to our goals.
I'm sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure 2022, regardless of what anyone wants or doesn't want, or any resolutions we make, 2022 it's happening, and it's probably gonna end up being a somewhat of a watershed year, for us. So that's basically, you know this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting year. That's really all. That's really, I don't know. I have a lot of things that I would like to, I guess, probably, like, rabbit trail on, going off of that, but probably not worth it, or probably not as much time as we need or have on the podcast. So
Well, I do have a question. How much gel are you going to be putting in your hair this year?
Oh, actually, I've been using a lot less. I've been using some of the. There's like a little hand cream thing, and then Nikki had like a little spray. It's like hairspray basically, but it's like a spray gel, if you can imagine that. So
Spray gel.
So it's like you spray it, you spray it, but it basically has the almost the consistency of gel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I use like a hand cream and I run it through and then I comb it and it's do not be jealous of how fucking amazing my hair is. Okay. Just because all of your platoon daddy sergeants were scared of fucking you guys looking good, in the DFAC and out in the field, when you guys gave us fucking K-Rats, okay? Don't get mad because I would walk over to the fucking water buffalo and put some fucking water in my hand and fucking run my hand through my hair and look fucking immaculate. Okay, at like fucking dark 30. And all I had to do was just fucking run a comb through it. And get ready to fucking go hit the
You
X.
look like the Wish version of Terminator, bro.
The Wish version of Terminator.
I was actually going to say you look like the guy that smokes a soldier for having a part in his hair and his eyebrows.
I mean, if you're in regs, you're in regs. If you're in regs, you're in regs. Okay, if you're out of regs, you're out of regs. I'm in regs right now. Okay, I'm in regs. All right. If you're out of regs and I'm in regs and I also just happen to look way better than you, guess what? You're getting smoked by a dude that looks way better than you.
Yeah, because
you're ate up. You're tore up from the floor.
Yeah, but what about the sunglasses? Because those sunglasses are stylish, and stylish is not part of the regulation.
I'm sorry. We're in the field right now. Why don't you get your rucksack, go hump it 15 miles back to main post and go tell somebody who gives a fuck. We're in the field right now, homie. There's no escape from me. Like I am reality. Like I'm like right here. I'll show you how we do it. I'll show you how we do.
And on that note, when we come back from this small break, we're going to see if Jay is ready for the civilian workforce, guys.
The answer's already no. We already know the answer's no.
Yeah, we're about to see right after this break. Hit that button. Like I said, a super quick break. And remember, guys, use code DD214 Gaming for 10% off your order today. You can't eat ass without it, guys. So come on, especially if you gotta run 20 kilometers with that scooter of yours.
In less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, in less than 15 minutes. So guys, as we all know, Jay he's coming into the workforce right now. He's coming out here. So we know that he has a certain, we know that he likes certain things and he's talked about certain roads that he wants to take with his career. So we're going to ask him a set of questions which are not going to make sense at all with the job for the job. And we're gonna
before you begin. So is my part in this kind of just answer the question as best I can? Is that kind of like,
yeah,
okay, like I like as if somebody's asking me this at an actual job interview?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
I do not.
I will try. I'll try.
All right. Am I reading all these? Am I reading all these questions?
I can help you with them.
Okay.
I can give you a hand.
Joe, if you want to hop in so I can see both of you while you ask. If you guys want to go ahead, dude.
Okay. I got the first one. All right. So Jay Campbell, thank you for coming for this. Thank you for applying for this job. So
thanks for having me.
You sent us your DD214, your NCOER. You got some amazing records in there. We were more than happy to bring you into our business. I just want to ask you, me and my partner here, we just want to ask you a couple questions. The first question that we have here is, why do you want this job?
Well, I guess I just feel like I might be a good fit here at the company, and I could use my skills. that have been developed over the last couple of decades, appropriately and within measure, and benefit and become a force multiplier for your corporate conglomerate.
Okay, let me see this one here. How has your experience so far prepared you for this role?
Well, it's kind of hard to top some of the stuff that you see probably every once in a blue moon when you are in service. So over the last 11 years, I've seen a little bit, and I've seen a little bit a lot of times, and I've seen a lot a few times. And those few times that I've seen a lot, I can tell you after you see a lot, even once, everything else doesn't seem as serious. And I don't mean that the jobs aren't serious or not to take responsibility seriously. I just mean that life itself kind of takes a duller shade of gray, and you start realizing what's important in life. And so it becomes very, very easy to do your best every day, because you realize you never know like how much time we've got. So
you never know. Okay.
You never know.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, that's a good answer.
That was a really good answer. Describe the purpose of this job to someone from another planet.
Describe the purpose of this job to a person from another planet. I'm going to need some clarifying information on the other planet. So does the other planet speak English? Do they need shapes? Do they need sounds? Do they need colors? What do the people from the other planet recognize? So
they're far more technological than we are, so they know English.
So they know English.
Yes, they adapt our earthly languages.
It's just basically like, how would you break this down, Barney style? Is how I would probably actually ask this question. But if it's to somebody who's never ever heard of what this job is and what it's for, how would you describe it to them?
I'm in charge of people who are in charge of people who are making the factory work.
Making the factory work. So we have a factory. Okay.
It works. It works.
It kind of works. It does kind of work. We'll say warehouse.
Let's say the machine. I should have said I'm in charge of people who are in charge of people who make the machine work.
See, it didn't quite work, but it'll work. It will go with it.
Okay.
How many windows are in New York?
How many windows
are in New York?
Is that a hypothetical question?
No. It's however you feel like you should answer it. It's
okay. It's my answer is that is a ridiculous question and a waste of time.
Oh, a waste of time.
Like that is a waste of my time. Like that question is a waste of my time. I think you need to come up with better questions, sir. This is a job interview. Like why do I care? Why do I care about windows in New York? Like, are you trying to hire me? Are you trying to hire me or ask me like philosophical bullshit? Like, do you want me working here, sir?
Everybody, because if this is how you're going to
do you want me working here? Do you want me
like get the position?
Am I gonna like clock in at like 8 o'clock in the morning and have some like random philosophical shit like on the whiteboard that I have to like fucking answer by noon?
You applied for this job, so we will ask the questions that we want.
Oh, okay. You're already establishing dominance because I fucking applied for your fucking holier than thou job. Like
put some context in this. At least it's a desk job. All right, we can give you too much so you have some understanding.
At a warehouse.
Yeah, okay. We can't give you exact specifics, but yeah, it's something.
I'll just say, look, I will say that it's probably, I assume, two of your favorite things in the world. What's the next question?
Dude, I've already bombed this interview like 3 times over, dude. I've got to have to work on this.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Oh my fucking god! I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys understand that like the way ducks fight. If there was a duck if there was a duck the size of a horse, anyone that picks that option basically just picked death. Okay. Okay. The other problem, like the thing with fucking duck-sized horses, though, is you have to be able to fucking climb something. Okay. So it's gonna be 100. It's gonna be 100 duck-sized horses because one horse-sized duck would probably like kill a
Eat.
lot of people before they were able to take it down.
This
Okay,
is true.
it wouldn't just be me. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have ever seen like birds fight each other, but like they don't fight fair. And ducks
No,
ducks
they
are
don't
like
fight fair. He said birds don't fight fair.
ducks don't even ducks are like nature's rapists, dude. Ducks don't even procreate properly. Like they rape each other. This fucking
Th-
cat.
It's
They
wild.
like literally like they're like the ducks like dicks and vaginas have evolved in ways to counteract each other. Like a duck's dick looks like a fucking corkscrew, and a duck vagina like looks like a freaking like the inside of that because freaking like of all the rape that ducks do. Like they don't even fuck properly.
Yeah, and I have a phobia with things with wings. Next question. What makes you an expert in this field?
This is a good
I
one.
mean,
We got a few more, don't worry.
We have a lot, actually.
what makes me an expert in this? Okay, I got a hypothetical question for you. Do you want the kid who just got out of fucking college and just learned to wipe his own ass and he's 23, 24 years old? He's got the fucking degree and he's got all the credentials, okay? But the motherfucker has zero life experience. Zero. None. He literally just walked into your office after taking a bong rip to do the same job interview. He's got the degree hanging on his wall. Good for him. You made it through fucking school. Congratulations. Or do you want the guy that's been doing it for 20 fucking years?
Ooh.
There you go.
That's
That was excellent. That was excellent.
okay. Tell me a time when you faced a difficult customer and how you handled it.
Oh man, that's happened many times. There were a long time ago. I used to work at a movie theater, and there would be times where people who were not necessarily of age to watch certain movies came up, and I had to turn them away from R-rated movies, basically, even though they might have been 16 years old and a week before their 17th or 18th birthday, whatever the rules were. You just tell them you're sorry. Like there's nothing you can do. Like I didn't write the rules. You guys made the rules. I'm just enforcing them. I would say the same thing to anyone working at the company. I didn't found this company. I'm not the founder. I'm not the CEO. I'm not the CFO. Like I'm not any of that stuff. Like I'm just a guy working here. Like I'm collecting a paycheck just like everybody else in this building. So if I have to enforce rules that are unpopular, that's called life. Like I'm sorry the rule's unpopular, but that's called life. If that's what the company wants, then that's the rule I enforce. Like who cares? Like at the end of the day, why is it that big of a deal? You can't punch in from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or whatever and abide by the rules in that time span, like to collect your paycheck. That's all I got.
Copy that. How many square feet of pizza are eaten in the U.S. each year?
Stupid question. Next.
Oh no, we demand an answer. Every
We need
candidate
to know.
must provide an answer.
Your answer is there are approximately, this is the dumbest question I've ever fielded in my life, square feet of pizza
Then
eaten
you're
in the
gonna
U.S. every year.
next question, and the next question, and final question.
Well, did you do number 3?
Did we? I thought we did. All right. I'll do number 3. If you want to do the last one.
Yeah. That's
It's not like you really want that one.
no, it doesn't matter. I'll take
That's
number
good.
3.
Uh,
I'm taking it.
Go!
What do you know about our industry?
I know everything you need me to know. I have a question. I have a question for you guys.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Why?
we'll get to that.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was gonna say I should be able to ask a couple of questions in
You
return.
will have a moment to ask
That's true.
questions. We
Hey.
will provide that time to you.
Hey, but like Frenchie says, all good interviewers ask questions too.
This is true, and we were not. I'm not prepared for that. I'll be honest. I didn't even think about it. But our last question to you today, Mr. Campbell, for the position, is how many lows would Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows?
How many lows could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows?
He would rob. Rob Lowe would rob as many lows as Rob Lowe could rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows.
I like
That was good.
it. It
That was
Now,
good.
I have a
Tongue in
question
cheek.
I have a question for you, gentlemen. Why is your company worth my time as an employee? What makes your company better than the 3 other companies down the street that do the exact same thing as you guys?
Can I feel
What
this?
makes your company the company I should be working for?
Well, we just really need someone to fill the gaps and the holes in here. We've got a lot of big loads that need to be taken care of. Really, it's some back-breaking work, and you look like somebody who's up to the task and has a real good, strong demeanor. You're very meaty, which is great. We think that you've got a great knowledge base on the subject. We feel as though you've been very proficient in, being that you came from the movie theater side of things, and that moved through the field in the last 20 years into your position now. You've attained such a breast full of knowledge. It's just unbearable to know, man. John, any words?
You touched everything that I wanted to say there. I just want to add in that with your experience and knowledge in the matter, we think that you would be a perfect fit. I mean, for someone who says it's been doing it for over 20 years, I think,
Filling holes and plugging gaps.
yeah, I think that your brain is probably desensitized to your brain would be desensitized to this type of work and would not have any negative precautionary actions.
Oh, you have no
This
idea.
is
It's like a fucking day that ends in Y for me.
this occupation deals with a lot of trust and a lot of factuality that is needed. And if you are interested in being the Snopes guy for our company to pretty much fact check and review our past catalog into our future catalog, it would be essential for you to be a part of our team.
It can be quite sticky sometimes. That's the only true thing I got to tell you. It can be a little sticky.
Be a little sticky. I'm sure.
We'll give you 3 guesses.
3 guesses of what the job
What this
is?
job is.
Something in a manufacturing plant.
No.
It could be. It could be.
Like it's
not manufacturing, but definitely some kind of like
It's not like some kind of like assembly line thing.
Nope.
Like I don't fucking know. Like
you got one more.
Got one more.
The questions weren't very. The questions you asked me were not very.
These were all at the very end after your question and the answers that we gave to you mostly, because it was kind of hard to tailor everything to it. But
I was going to say the questions you asked didn't really give any clues to what the.
I tried to let you know it was a desk job somewhere halfway between, but even still,
Fuck. I still.
Should we give him a hint?
Yeah, give me a hint. Give me a hint.
Tell him it's probably 2 of his favorite things in the world.
That is true.
What, like sex and death. Does it have to do with sex and death?
It ain't horse masturbator. That's for sure. Although that
That happens in fucking Yellowstone. That
What?
happens in Yellowstone. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
are
yeah.
you ready for this though? All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. What is it? What is it? Porn historian. Interesting.
Cataloging, sticky.
Cataloging, like identifying different people in
Yep.
the scene. Yeah. Yeah. If that was a job and if it actually fucking paid, like I could fucking do that.
It is a job.
What do you mean it is a job?
I bet you that's an actual job. Somebody somewhere in the world is a historian of pornography.
Who is paying them to do that though is the question. Who is paying them?
Funded.
Huh?
Self-funded for the most part. Who the hell knows? But
Self-funded. You're funny.
Enjoy the rest of your show. I'll be back here.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. We'll come up with another game soon because we love games
That was
here because
fun.
we
fun.
are a gaming channel, so we are we'll have some more games coming up soon.
I'm gonna have to work on the rage level. Like when I got asked a really stupid question in a job interview, like I was like already in a rage. I was already like, that's fucking stupid. Fuck
and
off.
there you go. Because even if
Bing bang.
and if they ask
Yeah.
you a stupid question, I mean,
Yeah,
but here's the question: are you really going to ask that if they ask you a stupid?
I'm probably not. I probably would not respond to them the way I responded. But what I'll probably do is this: like they ask me a stupid question, I'm literally just gonna fucking look at them like this, like, and just sit there and be like, I don't know. What's the next question? Like, I don't know how I would. How do you respond to a dumbass? Like, it's a job interview. Like, I dressed up for this. I showed up on time, and I'm trying to present myself to your company in a positive manner, right? And somebody in an interview asks you how many square feet of pizza gets eaten in a year. Like, I'm gonna look at you like you're a fucking dumbass. Like, you're wasting my time. Like, you're wasting my time like more than I'm wasting your time at this point. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a dick move. It's kind of a dick move. It's kind of a dick move to pull from a company. You know what I mean? Like if that's the kind of if you're looking for if the job entails some type of like creativity or imagination or thinking on the fly, thinking outside the box, I'll give it to you. I'll give you like a couple of like outside the box questions to kind of see where somebody's mind goes. You know, when they get asked like a weird question on the fly, I'll give him that. But if it's like a very straightforward, like regular job, like 9 to 5, punch in, punch out, punch in, punch out. Yeah, fuck that. Like, you don't need to fucking ask me a bunch of crazy ass shit, so.
Well, copy that.
So,
so that's going to be your 2022, man. So hopefully we have prepared you perfectly.
Here we go.
On the last day of 2021, 2021 decided to get wild. Joe Gatto left the Impractical Jokers, and we lost Betty White.
Yeah, I will always choose to believe, that Betty White took out 2021 as the monster that it was, to save all of us a worse off like 2022. So like I choose to think that Betty White took one for the team so that we could all have a better 2022. That's that's how I choose to believe
it's so interesting because we had losses like, well, not this year, but like some of the biggest actors like Betty White, Alan Rickman, people that we enjoyed watching them and listening to them. And hey, 2021 took everybody out. It almost
I'm listening, John. Go ahead.
It took a lot of people. It took a lot of people out, but a lot of people are talking about. It seems like almost some type of rapture, in a way. And aside from all that, there was a lot of talk, a lot of beautiful things said said about Betty White. A lot of cool things. Funny things said too about how Ryan Reynolds has like this ultimate crush on her, which is actually pretty funny. There was some really good memorials that a lot of people said about her. Even I was watching the New Year's Eve with my favorite radio host Andy Cohen and Anderson
Okay.
Cooper, and they were they talked a lot about her. And one gentleman who came on, actor Leslie Jordan, who was absolutely hilarious. He was talking about a time where he did Boston Legal with her, and Boston Legal, and that she didn't want to hit the character in the head with like a frying pan or something, and that he said, oh, it's just rubber, but that she whacked the side of him with it, you know. But how dare 2021 do this shit to us on the
I'm telling
last
you.
fucking day? But on yes, actually, that's true, Deshaun. Her movie is still set to come out, 100 Years of Betty White. They actually announced that yesterday. I think it was yesterday, that they were going to go on with it. The memes have been pretty incredible. Yes, fuck 2021. Fuck 2021. I mean, the year started fucking bad. It continued to be bad, and we're out that box now. So that's over with. But
It's
yeah,
all
man,
good. It's all
they,
good.
they Betty White's gone, and I almost feel like that this is the same type of love that Carrie Fisher got. When
Oh yeah. I mean, there's anytime a celebrity passes on, regardless of how old or not old they are, when they pass on, it's a big deal. It's in the news for a day or two or a day or three. Every once in a blue moon, there's people that just kind of touch the lives of like a lot of people, and they have this like universal impact, and they're kind of universally beloved. You know what I mean? And that was Betty White. Like that lady, you know, all the enemies that lady ever had in her life, she outlived them to the point to where when she passed away a couple days ago, um, the whole world collectively like shed a tear and wished her all the best in the next life. And and that she was a really good lady, and there's nobody living right now that has any shit to talk about her because she outlived all the people that fucking shit talked her. You know what I mean? Like legitimately, she was a good
absolutely
lady.
one.
Me and Nikki watched part of what's it called, the
Okay,
proposal with Sandra
Ryan
Bullock
Reynolds.
and Ryan Reynolds, and she and Betty White's in that movie. Like I'd never seen it. I'd never even really heard of it. Like, and then Nikki was like, "You never seen that?" Like, so we started watching that movie last night after we got home. We watched some of that movie. So
No, not
kind
bad.
of
A really beautiful fact here. In 1954, she Betty White. Well, in the 50s, Betty White rejected attempts to keep black dancer Arthur Duncan off her show in the 1950s, and her response to pressure to stop featuring him was that people had to live with it, and she gave him more
good,
airtime. So
good.
it really goes to show the type of
Yeah, that's
person
right.
that
That's
that
right.
she
She
was. So
she didn't give a fuck in the 50s, and all the people that fucking hated her for that shit in the 50s, they're all fucking dead, and they died a
yeah,
long time
and
before
then,
she
and then look at
did.
the year 1954. It was at the height. So um, play that tribute.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road, back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, you invited everyone you knew. You would see the biggest gift would be for me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
That
Pretty
was
cool.
beautiful.
Pretty cool,
That was
man.
beautiful.
Pretty
That
cool.
was a little
and-
trip down memory lane for me, man. Like
Yeah.
believe it or not, like
Actors and actresses.
believe
Oh.
it or not, in my youth, freaking I got caught up watching a lot more Golden Girls than I probably ever wanted to when I was that age. But I remember that show from back in the day, like quite a bit. And it's hearing that theme song, takes you back. And
Yeah, man.
yeah, like good. Hey, man, they're all reunited now in the stars, dude. Like they're all hanging out in the stars together now. So
Hell yeah. And when we come back, we got some reviews for you, some TV shows, the Harry Potter reunion, um, and a review for Opera GX browser, which I really want Jay to listen to this because this will be something that I actually think would benefit him. But yeah, we'll be right back right after this small break.
right on.
You are fucking fired, Joe. You are
Fired.
so fucking
Joe,
fired.
you
Oh
suck.
my
Joe.
God.
fucking God.
Suck.
I
Fucking
cannot
suck.
believe you just pressed the stream end button. You
There's some new buttons on here. I haven't seen them really in a while.
Fired. God, you suck.
you are fucking fired.
Dude,
And there you go. That's our commercial for our coming soon stuff. Yeah, Deshaun, everything's cool.
Yeah, nice try, Joe. Freaking, you can complain to HR all you fucking want, dude. I'll just cut all your fucking benefits and put you in a little fucking basement fucking cubicle fucking next to the furnace. All right, until you fucking quit. All right, fired.
And there
Fired.
you go. And there you go. That was actually pretty funny. But yeah, that was a preview of some of the stuff that we have coming out. One thing that wasn't in there that we're keeping pretty close to the chest is DD214 Day, which will be April 21st.
April 21st.
Yeah, stay tuned for some information on that, but we are keeping that one close to the chest. We have some exciting stuff coming. I also want to put out there, we are casting, I guess casting is the right word, for the roundtable. The first episode will be mechanics. So if you are a mechanic or were a mechanic, we are looking for 5 high-speed individuals to be a part of this. So write to us in the DMs, write to one of the admins. It'll be directed towards us, and we will get you right on the show. But the roundtable is something that we're very excited for. Paleo Giant content is coming. Of course, you guys got the After Dark first episode is out on YouTube. A special announcement on that, which I actually forgot to talk to you about, Jay.
What you got?
So fire me if you want. I don't care. I'll fuck you up for it. After Darks for the videos, they will be exclusive to Spotify Video, our After Dark episodes. So if you're going to be looking for the After Darks on YouTube, they're not going to be there. Only the one After Dark episode will be there, and that's it. From here on out, After Darks will be going straight to Spotify. So
Awesome.
yeah, yep.
Interesting.
So on some reviews, I want to start off and talk about, before I get to Harry Potter, the Harry Potter reunion. I really want to talk about Opera GX.
Okay.
Opera. So years ago, Opera was a browser. Wasn't anything that good. It was actually just like any other browser before. Didn't offer anything different that Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge and Mozilla Firefox did. So I don't know what the fuck happened. So Opera is now Opera GX. And
Okay.
it's actually funny because I was actually talking to Joe yesterday, and he had said like an ad had came up for Opera GX, and I had remembered that an ad for the same thing had came up to me. So it came up one more time the other day, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to download this." I gave it a shot. First off, it's really sleek looking. It looks good. Uh, you could change your theme to pretty cool colors. You could change the background on it, which is actually oh look, he got it right here. Yeah, so that is what they call the workspace. So it has all your links ready to go right there, easy access. But if you look over on the left side at the bar, um, Joe, could you put your cursor on the sidebar there? Yes. So right there, so you could put a whole bunch of different applications on there. Now, Jay, your primitive ass uses fucking Facebook on Messenger. But
Right.
now with this browser, you could download the browser, and instead of actually downloading the actual application to take up space on your computer, you could just download the extension on the browser, and Messenger is right there for you.
Huh.
On top,
Interesting.
yeah, you could also add other things. Like there were other things in there, like a bunch of apps that I don't use, like Telegram, um, WhatsApp is in there, and then like there's like five more that I'm not even familiar with. But the ones that you do use, which would be like Facebook Messenger, Discord, which I know Discord is another thing for you that's not really a priority.
It's
Which
not a priority, right? It's not a priority right now, but I think
yeah,
as we, as we've discussed, kind of moving into season 3 and creating a lot more content and being a lot more um basically coming through with our content. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like Discord and Spotify and some of these other things are I'm just gonna have to put them inside my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
start using them
yeah. And
because
this
that's basically
browser
like
and this browser would actually be would be beneficial to you, Jay, especially because you don't need to download the full applications. You only literally need to download the extensions, and everything is there for you. For a free VPN, it has an ad blocker. The video pop out. I actually want to talk about that real quick. The video pop out is actually really cool because let's say you're doing some homework, Jay.
Okay.
You want to watch a YouTube video, or you find like a news video, you could actually pop out the video and it'll go to the corner of your screen so you could watch it while doing your work. There you go. There you go. Especially if you're looking up a little Pornhub and you want to watch a
I was
news
gonna say, yeah.
article.
I
Yeah,
was like,
I mean,
yeah.
the sound clip was there. He played the sound clip for a reason. So there you go. So for those individuals who like to multitask while watching the news and shit like that, there you go. Another thing that's really really cool is that with oh shit, it's Drew Davis.
What's up, Drew? Good to see you, buddy. Good
Good
to
to
see
see
you,
you.
buddy.
Hey man, we're gonna have to bring you back soon, man. We miss you, man.
Dude, we've got multiple like part twos that we need from like multiple people here on our podcast, man. Like as our
Yeah,
guests.
yeah.
Seriously.
It actually, I actually have something to say about that. That's pretty. That's I actually want to say something about that after I finish this review. All good over here, Drew. All good over here. Just living the life. Season 3 premiere. Um, another cool thing that I
Happy
really
New
like
Year,
about
Drew. Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. Another thing that I really like about the extensions on it. There's a YouTube extension. There's application extensions. You don't need to download anything. Jay, this is the browser for you. Like this is the browser for you.
You've already kind of half sold me on it. I'm actually gonna probably be looking this up like as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah, I
So,
actually deleted half of the applications on my computer to save space, just to use Opera GX, and not to mention also how how like YouTube videos look pretty sleek on it. It's a browser made for guys like us, for gamers and streamers like us. So go check it out, Opera GX.
cool.
Um, before I get into the Harry Potter reunion, why don't we take time to hear what you've been watching?
Oh, as far as like, are we talking like TV shows
Yeah,
and?
TV shows, movies.
Oh,
Well, you did
okay.
say you watched the proposal.
We watched part of that last night. I don't think we made it all the way through. Excuse me. But let me see. We watched the spinoff from Yellowstone called 1883. And there's three episodes out. The fourth episode is coming out tonight.
Is it
I
a
believe.
prequel? Is it a prequel?
It's a prequel, but it's about 100. It's set in 1883, obviously. So and honestly, I love westerns. I grew up watching westerns. I've always liked westerns, and they stopped making westerns like 10, 15 years ago. Like you don't see a lot of westerns anymore.
Yeah,
like nearly as much as you used to, and this series, if you leave the show Yellowstone completely fucking out of it and just shove it to the side, okay, the show 1883 is a standalone, like crazy ass, brutal as fuck, amazing western so far, okay, like there's only 3 episodes out. We watched them. So far, it's living up to the hype, like massively. If you're a fan of westerns and if you're a fan of how brutal life in the old west would be, I guess, like because yeah, it kind of is. So that's
I like-
that's
I like-
my review on 1883. I guess. Go ahead.
yeah. I like a good prequel series, especially we're all guilty for being Red Dead Redemption fans, right? So
Right.
you know-
It's basically Red Dead Redemption in a fucking TV show.
yeah.
I mean, that's really what it is. Like,
Yeah, and just real quick, Henry Cavill has said that he wants to be in a Red Dead Redemption show.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. Like,
And, I mean, hey, it's a long way away, but it is what it is. But yeah, and John Poner, I have to say, you should, man. It's an easy download. It doesn't take a lot of space. You would actually, dude. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of good things about it. Now, I will say, it's a bit of a clusterfuck. But once you figure out how to organize all your shit, especially Twitch, the Twitch feature is actually really cool. It's something to work with. Oh, there's Cody. It's the cat show now.
oh yeah, JD, yeah, she's freaking. All the animals are going ape shit. But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you
There
gonna
we
do?
go. Now, I'm sorry. I just wanted to use that. I just wanted to use that for this. So
There's no breaking news. We just wanted to play the play the thing.
press that again. What did he say?
Bazinga.
But yeah, there we go. Bazinga. So,
Bazinga.
Listen, call me a fucking nerd. Call me a fucking, So, I am a sucker for reunions, and I am also a sucker for behind the scenes stuff. I'm also,
Nerd.
and I've also been very open to telling you guys that I am a slut for lore. And
Geek.
yep. So one of the biggest fandoms of all time, which I will admit I've never read the books, but the movies are actually pretty interesting to watch, is the Harry Potter series. And yesterday,
Go back to the library.
there we go. Yeah, fucking library. What the fuck is a library going to do that the internet can't do for me today? Bah. Anyways,
Nerds.
Yesterday was the release of the 20-year anniversary of the Harry Potter series. Pretty cool. The movies were pretty cool to watch. Yeah, and I remember that fucking GIF you put yesterday. All right, listen, I watched it to soak it up. But again, like I said, I am
Soak it up.
Soak
it up.
Listen, I'll take a bath in it. Fuck it. All right. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
So it was actually pretty interesting to hear some of the stories that were being told, because if there's anything that we hear about movie sets with kids in it, is that they're usually disasters. When we see a child actor, like from movies like Kids, or even
Kids was not a child movie though, bro. Come on now.
Listen, They showed that shit to us in the fifth grade. All right, that's a kids movie.
Kids was not a kids movie, dude. Like,
Well, anyways, when it comes to some of these kids movies, you see some of these child actors, and what happens to a lot of these child actors, Jay?
they do a lot of drugs and alcohol and
Guys
have
like
a
your
fucking
dog.
great life.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so
like
look at
what?
well,
Like,
not all, not, yeah, not all of
what
them live a
happens
great
to 'em?
life. Like for example, look at the guy who played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars. This child actor is so literally fucked up from this, from being bullied from it, that he can't even,
There's okay
you know.
in that regard. Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah. So this is the so this is the conversation, and then we also have guys like Macaulay Culkin. Justin Timberlake was a child actor at one point. Guys, I know Kids was not a kids movie. All right, I know this. All right, I know. All right, listen. I have been told many times that I look like Casper. All right, Joe, pull that up real quick.
Casper, the dopest ghost, the dopest ghost. Deshaun, it's definitely. I have no legs. I have no legs.
Oh man, not Casper the Friendly Ghost, Joe. Casper from Kids.
Casper, the
This
dopest ghost.
this fucking guy's trying to call
God,
me
Joe,
a
you are
goddamn
so
ghost.
Joe, you're so.
He's calling
fucking
me a
fired,
ghost.
dude.
He's calling me a ghost, goddamn. But
Casper,
a lot
like,
of
Joe,
so
you're
what
so fucking fired.
so what I'm trying to say is how a lot of these child actors, they don't do too good growing up. But if you look at the cast, look at this guy. This is my fucking twin right here.
Shh, let's be Casper.
He says I still randomly say that.
I have no legs. I have no legs.
Listen, guys, if you guys don't know that dirty dick bastards, if you don't know about that, don't ask questions about it. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, but when it comes to the Harry Potter cast, nothing like that happened. Only one cast member got in trouble for getting caught with weed. Ooh.
Whoa.
But yeah,
Well, we're dealing with fucking some hardcore fucking criminality here. Like hardcore criminality here.
yeah. So when you look at this cast and you see like other like movies and you see how a lot of these kids are, a lot of the American kids are all fucked up, but these UK kids, they say so hard. And what I appreciate the most, especially someone who studied film in my early years, is that if you have a safe environment, a safe film set, then it makes for a better project. It makes for a you want to see, like, okay, when you watch the Avengers, the chemistry is amazing, so you enjoy the movie. So a movie like the Harry Potter series, if you go back, you could see the chemistry is it's there, and that to me is what is a perfect project. Where the fuck is security at?
Security? Wait. Have you ever seen Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise? Have you ever seen that movie?
Jesus Christ, I hate
Tech support!
I hate
Tech support!
I hate Tom Cruise, but anyways,
Tech
yeah.
support!
But yeah, so they went through all 20 years. They were talking about some stuff that never made the movie. They talked about the relationships that were made, and then some of the ones that passed away. One actor, Tom,
Did you cry?
I cried.
You're a bitch.
All right, I fucking cried. Listen, man,
I'm just fucking with you.
Jay, we talked about this. Go hard, go hard.
Dude, I'm just fucking with you, dude. I know. I'm just fucking with you. No, but tell me. Okay, so tell me about the fucking reunions. Like, what was the did somebody die? Like what happened? Like,
So several So we lost Miss McCrory, who played the mom in Slytherin. She was Draco Malfoy's mother, and then we lost Alan Rickman, who played Snape. Now, Alan Rickman was actually one of my favorite actors growing up. He was in as we know, Die Hard, right? Die Hard,
Yeah.
which is actually funny. A funny that scene where he was falling back. The director told him that it was going to be a slow fall, and they were just So when they let go of the rope, his reaction was actually real because it was a full fast fall. So that one
So
of my
his eyes widening, you know, like
it was real.
yeah.
He was like genuinely scared, and let me also say my favorite movie in the world, Robin Hood, where he uses the line, "I'll cut your heart out with a spoon."
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines of all time. But yeah, we lost them both. We lost them both, and then there was like, I want to say there was like maybe almost 30 other crew and cast members that passed away that they paid tribute to.
Holy
Um,
cow.
yeah, and it really showed, this reunion really showed how close the cast and crew were. Oh, and also the original actor who played Dumbledore passed away too.
Okay.
There was two
You're
Dumbledores in the movie.
through no fault of your own, like you're on stuff about that I've never seen and I've never
Yeah.
I
So
got
if
so like I
so
just
if I had
don't.
to, so you've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies?
Now I watched like one of them, I think, with like my first ex-wife, and
Okay.
like
So if I had
I've
to
never read the
sell,
books, never read the
yeah,
books, never watched the movies, never anything.
yeah.
Like
I mean, I didn't read the books. I mean, I one of my favorite movie series is The Hunger Games. And I've never read the books, and I
interesting.
actually I actually kind of want to read the new Hunger Games book that came out. To be quite honest with you, it's called Ballad of Snakes and something. I
Huh.
forgot what it's called, but it's the story about. Well, you've watched Hunger Games, right? It's the story
No.
about. No,
No,
well,
no, I haven't.
we'll talk. You know what? We're gonna do a whole show of me selling you something to watch. That
That's
that's
what
that
that's what we need to fucking do right there.
that's
Like
a great idea. But I would tell you, I read the books third through fifth grade. Are you? Hey, Deshaun, are you talking about Harry Potter or Hunger Games? I was a Harry Potter whore. Okay, cool. Selling Jay his OnlyFans. I could sell you a pen that doesn't write. Okay. But yeah, so it really went down. So Deshaun, so since you were a fan, I'm assuming you watched the movies too. So if I had to sell these movies to you, Jay, I would say it like there's a group of kids who go to school in London. They have magical powers, and there's this bald guy who's like this dark entity that tries to kill them, and one person that you think is evil is not evil after all. It's very dark. Lots of people fucking die. Robert Pattinson dies in the movie, in the series. And There's a lot of dark magic. Yeah. I know you like dark stuff. That wasn't a good sell. That wasn't a good sell.
you got me at about 50% right now. You
Yeah,
got me
the dark
you,
magic.
you have me on dark magic. You have me on a lot of violence and death.
Yeah, oh, there's a lot of it.
Losing me on kids, losing me on like
Well, the good thing about that is that they don't stay kids for the 7 years. I mean, there was a 10 year time span that happened.
there's a
Uh,
there's a reason I never really got into it. I missed that boat because I was already like 20 years old when like when Harry
yeah,
Potter started when Harry Potter
yeah,
started like hitting hard. I was already in my like I was already like basically a fucking an adult. So
yeah. I grew up around
like
that time. I just didn't read the books. But yeah, my rating for this is it was a good series. John Poner says it's a good
mhm.
series to at least check out. Yeah, the dark entity was scared of a baby, tried to kill the baby, and it ended up backfiring and killing him. Kinda. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. How Deshaun Myers says it. And it's funny too because the dark entity, who's played by Ralph Fiennes, his brother plays a horrible, horrible fucking person on The Handmaid's Tale. So it's something about actors and these dark characters. But to rate this reunion, I cannot rate it because even if I give it a perfect score, it would be offensive. So it was really good. It was nice. It was nice to see people come back to where they came from, except Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson did not show up. I guess he's too good now that he's fucking Batman. But everyone else was there. It was so beautiful. Oh, and Gary Oldman looked like a 60-year-old John Wick.
What?
He
Really?
Gary Oldman had this stylish suit on, and
Yeah.
he had this white hair, and it's all the way down, and you're looking at him, and you're just like, oh shit, it's John Wick in 60 years. He looked
Fuck
good.
yeah, dude.
And actually, Gary Oldman's character in the Harry Potter series, his name is Sirius Black. Probably one of the craziest characters in the whole series. And,
Why don't you tell me about, if you wanted to sell me on fucking Harry Potter, why don't you tell me about that motherfucker?
about Sirius Black. So Sirius, I could not describe Sirius Black and give him justice because I don't know that I don't know his book story, but
Right.
he's one of the best wandsmen. He's in jail for some I think he gets accused of something and he gets thrown in jail, but they don't want they portray him to be the worst person in the world, and he turns
Fuck
out
yeah.
to be the best one. And he
Fucking surprise.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very another very familiar tale. Fucking we're all familiar with, you know, like maybe a certain angel, you know, fell from heaven, you know, like something dark side, whatever.
Yeah.
Like what? So, anyways, all right. So
but yeah, that was good. Give me HBO Max. Give me more reunions. I want to see a Matrix reunion. I want to see a Judge Dredd reunion. I want to see the reunions are good, except Friends. Friends is for friends. Listen, Friends fucking sucks. It should be called Homies.
oh, homies. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, dude, there's like these little like plastic action figures, basically, like, and they were
the
called
Homies.
homies. Yeah, and I found all of mine. Like, I
No
found
shit.
them. I've got them. I got them. Like,
All
I
right,
got.
we're gonna have to showcase those. In
We
our
can.
final news for the day, this is actually probably one of the most craziest things, especially since I can't stand crypto. I can't fucking stand it. Square Enix plans to invest more in blockchain gaming in 2022.
What is blockchain gaming? What does that mean?
Joe, can you explain this for us a little bit more?
Yeah. Basically, it's not a very hard concept, but it kind of is for a lot of people. For me, it was a little difficult to understand. Blockchain, you have to separate the words block and chain. All right. Every time you make a transaction, we'll say we're talking about Bitcoin. Anytime you make a transaction, there's a bit of data. That bit of data goes into the block. That block, when enough lines of data fill it, it becomes a block, and that equals a piece of Bitcoin, right? And then that gets chained to the next block when the next lines of data come in. So somehow this all generates money through generating Bitcoins, which is cool. What they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with some kind of NFT, a non-fungible token, where people can buy and invest into that. And since it's on a decentralized market, this is something you would actually, I think, be into, Jay, given that it's anti-bank. It's completely anti-bank, and it's 100% transparent. Any transaction that's ever made through cryptocurrency, you can go back and see what it was for, where it came from, and where it went, and how much it was.
Who generates the currency?
We do. The people who buy into the crypto.
What is like? Give me like explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm in fucking kindergarten. Like, what is blockchain gaming? How is the currency actually generated?
Through the transactions.
What does that mean?
When you buy a token, if you buy a piece of Bitcoin, right?
What generated the token?
You buying into it. It created a line of data.
So is it like an investment?
Yeah, it's an investment. I'll put it to you this way. I have some money that is what they call staked. Basically, I put my trust and my money into something called Wonderland, where it is generating tokens, and it's getting rebases, which is giving me rewards for having stayed with them for so long. So the longer you stay, the more you might get. And like at the end of, like right now, it's at 69,000 APY. So it's potential that with the investment I made, I could have like $200,000 in 1 year. But
we need to talk more about this like offline.
Sure.
I'm not nearly as up on crypto cryptocurrency as I probably should be. I'm familiar with some types of it. I just don't want cryptocurrency to become the next exploitative thing where they use labor from outside sources to generate their currency, and then those outside sources of labor like don't see any of the fucking profits, basically.
The
You know what I mean?
yeah, there's a lot to look into. Basically, there's Melania Trump made her own token, her own coin through her eyes.
Oh, that sounds gross.
It's weird. It's not actually her eye. It's a photo or a picture of her eye, but everybody owns a piece of that picture of her eye, and it's worth so much.
So that's the one thing that I'm kind of confused about, like NFTs. Like I don't understand them either.
This,
Like,
you see, to me, I'm sorry. Go ahead, John. Go
no,
ahead.
forget, because the way that I look at it, it's like I'll make like a DD214 NFT and then just sell it for like $3,000. I don't get it.
Right.
I don't get it.
To me, this shows the exact stupidity of monetary systems and like how stupid like money on the whole is. Like there will always be like a bartering system, or I will give you X amount of my time in this skill or trade that I'm good at for X amount of like something that I need from you, whatever. I get those occurrences happen because of our monkey brains, and we don't work for free, in 2022, right? I got it. Cryptocurrencies, to me, have just exploited how stupid money is in principle. And the fact that our entire like world has revolved around money, specifically like since like the end of like World War II. You know what I mean? Like since the end of World War II, the entire world, like the god of this world has been fucking money. And it just shows like how cheap and money is like a fucking idea. Money is a fucking, it's an afterthought. We don't even have the amount of gold and precious metals on this earth for the amount of money that like countries are in debt to each other with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and cryptocurrency is like just proving that. It's like I'm gonna take a picture of like a former first lady's eye and own a piece of it, and it's gonna be worth something someday. Like that sounds fucking insane to me. Like it doesn't, like, money already didn't really make sense to me. Like that sounds fucking like batshit crazy, and yet it seems to be the way things are going. So, what do you
A lot
got,
of
John?
it, Jay, a lot of it is this new thing they call Web3. Not to cut all y'all off here, sorry.
No.
We went through 3 phases of the internet so far. The first one, with you and I remember mostly, and John, with like AOL, and mostly all you did was read. The second one was social media, was Web 2, and this third one is crypto and shit like that. So it's advanced.
I have no problem being on the cutting edge, and I would love to cash in if there's a way to fucking cash in on this shit. Like, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is it violently exposes how bullshit fucking money and currency systems are. Because like this is, imagine like if you think crypto is bullshit, imagine like that, except for like all the currency systems that have like been running through like the last like 2,000 years of like human history. Like pretty much it's exposing how currency systems are basically just generated out of like thin air. They're made up. They are made up systems. We put a value on a precious metal like, say, like gold, a precious metal like silver. We put a value system on a picture like the Mona Lisa, a painting, right? Put a monetary value on a freaking fake plastic tree that Radiohead probably fucking sang a song about, 2 decades ago, right? Point I'm making is like crypto is like violently exposing how full of shit currency systems actually are. You know what I mean? Like when the whole world like runs on the petrodollar, You know what I mean? Like the United States petrodollar, basically. Like, what happens when the petro runs out, like in 20 or 30 years? Like when what currency system is going to dominate the market? Is there going to be a currency system after the petrodollar? You know what I mean? Is one of these cryptos going to take over somehow, some way? And how would you know which one's going to take over? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
it's very
I'm
interesting.
starting to, I'm starting to put,
There's
I'm
a lot
starting
to
to put my
learn.
tinfoil. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm starting to put my tinfoil hat on. I should probably shut the fuck up. So
Hey, that's an after dark right there. Tinfoil hats. And
that wouldn't be bad for a tinfoil. Yeah. So
before Jay takes the first final thought of the season and the year, want to let you guys know, check out www.linktree.com/DD214gaming. All of our links are there. Everything is there. Everything. Everything. Okay. So when you go on that website, you're going to see our links for Anchor, which if you go on Anchor, you could leave us a voicemail. I don't give a fuck how nasty it is. I don't give a fuck how nice it is. Leave a message. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want to see. Also, if you click on the Spotify link, you could check out our newly released videos since we are now part of Spotify Podcast Video. Check them out there as well as YouTube. But on the Spotify version of our podcast, you're going to see some polls. Click on answer the polls. Answer the questions that are there. Let us know what you think. Also, you can also see the link there for Apple Podcasts. Make sure you go there, like, subscribe, follow it, leave a comment, leave a rating. Let us know what you think. This is the time because we don't know how good or bad we're doing unless you guys don't tell us. So take the time, take 15 seconds off your day and just write to us. Let us know whether it's on, and also that link is there on YouTube too. Write to us on YouTube. Shit, write to us on here. We see you guys in the comments. You guys are writing in the comments, so it makes me feel like we're doing good because of you guys. Also, you can't eat ass without Rogue Energy. Use code DD214gaming for 10% off your order today. Guys, this shit will make you see colors, taste colors. Dude, I can't even start. Last but not least, Blaze Online, guys. You guys have to check out all their Delta 8 CBD products. They got toothpaste, hand cream, rose blunts, toothpaste. You name it, they got it. Blaze8onlinenewjersey.com. And now, Jay. Oh, shit. Yeah. Hey, guys, make sure you guys check out the Paleo Giant, too. We got some content coming very soon. We just need to have a conversation with him. Also, Deshaun, I haven't forgotten about you. I got you. I'm going to have something for you today or tomorrow. All right, man? Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Jay, take it.
hey, appreciate it, man. Yeah, so it's the 2nd of January, 2022. Like, ladies and gentlemen, like we are officially like living in the future right now. And all the movies that we grew up on when we were kids, like we're living in the decade a lot of those movies were set in. And the world's a very, very like rough and very, very scary place. And it's very loud and it's very brightly colored. And there's thrills and chills and spills and everything else to make your brain just kind of like melt. And when you throw in work and when you throw in kids and when you throw in, umpteen amount of exponential stressors, sometimes you need to just slow down. And if you ever have a moment where there's a lot of doubt in your head, if you ever have a moment where you're thinking that everybody else in your world, what you need to do is shut that thought down and pick up the phone and call somebody. Okay. There are people around you that you have no idea how affected their lives would be if you were not there. So we always want to encourage people to pick up the phone, call your friends, call somebody if you need to talk. Do what you need to do in your own personal life. Do you need to start hanging out in groups of friends more? Do you need to start that hobby? You thought about, well, guess what? This is the week to do it. Everybody likes making resolutions. I got a resolution for all of you. Survive the next 365 days. See the sun come up tomorrow morning. Okay. I want all of you guys to be here in a year when we do this next year. So pick up the phone. If you're hurting, call somebody. The phone number for the National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. Don't be afraid to reach out. Jesus hates a pussy. Don't fucking be one. All right? Keep hanging out with us because we love you. Somebody else out there loves you and loves you a lot. All right? So let's hang out. Let's be tribal together. All right? For 2022, let's be the best version of ourselves we can be for 2022. All right? Let's kick the fucking dog shit out of 2020 fucking 2. How about that?
Drag it through the fucking mud.
Fuck yeah. Skull fuck 2022. All right? I got this bitch.
That's the hashtag, guys. See you next week. We love you.